Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Follow my career Farquar freights as we continue to conquer Britain whilst driving for SD Logistics. We have some money to spend. I've been busy. Let's jump in. Let's go. So, top right hand corner, you can see we've got 2.5 million in the bank. We are generating just over 3 million a week. We'll have a little look at where I've been. If we have a little think back, we did a few episodes ago. We did I had already done the St. Petersburg to Guernsey. We came back. We did Norwich to Birmingham. I think we then did Birmingham to Portsmouth. Then between episodes, I think I've done all 4 of these off screen. I think that's about right. With resting in between to try and progress time on to get a bit of money in the bank. So we did some lumber, Portsmouth to London. Did the dozer crawler from Norwich to Dover. We then went Dover to Portsmouth with a reservoir tank, and then we did Portsmouth to Limerick with chemical equipment. That was the only real big payday we had. We haven't had many big payday jobs, if I'm honest with you. We are completely relying on the company and the other drivers to make the money for us. So that being said, we are going to expand. We need to get ourselves buy online. So we want fleet configurations, purchase, and we're gonna stick it. So if we put 2 in Limerick, oh, I haven't selected the slot. Let's not go through all that again. And we'll buy another one, and we'll stick it in Limerick. How many? We stick 2. Might stick the other 2 in Galway. We might have that done, signed, sealed, and delivered. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to be difficult for me to remember where I've put them if I keep them near each other. And then I'll have at least my 2 Irish garages that I've got so far maxed out and working well. Right, so let's see what we've got recruitment agency wise. We've still got 1 million. Still got 1 million after that. Drivers are terrible. We'll go for Mr. Cougar. Actually, we won't because he's got. Yeah, we'll take it. Right, we'll take you. You can go to Limerick. Tobias has got some skills. We'll hire Tobias. Pop you in there, sir. Not much on a refresh, is there? Lucy, we'll take you. That's a little bit scary. I can't lie, love. That feels like some bad AI generated image there. We'll have you and Baldur's Gate, Boulder G. Look at that. We have Mr. Baldur's Gate. We'll hire you. You can go there as well. So with that, we can now look to get another couple of trucks. We are going to be so big. Right, so where... If I stick 2 more in Felixstowe. Purchase another one. Felixstowe, and then I think once they're maxed out, it just makes it easier to to manage for me. So who has got? None of them have got any skills. We're back down to the 0.8s as well. I haven't discovered, because we keep driving around the same area, we haven't really discovered many new like hiring options. So we'll take care on board. There we go. But that's 4 new drivers, 4 new trucks, 4 new drivers, all going to be busting it. So if we come out, I will quickly go with driver manager because I always forget to do this stuff. So I don't want you balanced. I need eco driving for all of you. And then we'll leave it for a while. And then come and check everyone because quite a lot of these are on eco driving at the minute. All our new drivers that we're getting. There we go. Lovely job. I'm not sure if it's worth getting them some trailers soon. So, or if it's worth me trying to get a trailer soon. So let's look at jobs for us, shall we? Because we've not got quite enough for another truck. So under the freight market, we are here. We're in Limerick. That's where we are. Oh, we've got ourselves JCB tractor. It's an urgent delivery, so no messing about. To Galway. So that shouldn't take long. Have we got anything that pays good though? Up to Belfast. I think we've done that route quite a bit, I think. We've done a lot of the routes quite a bit, to be fair. I don't think there's any part of Ireland that we've not travelled along. Is there anything a bit further afield that pays well? Newport? But that's less than £5,000. That's basically where I've just come from in what I'm doing. We're going to take the JCB fast track job, I think. No messing about with it. It's an urgent delivery and it is high value cargo, but we're not going to get paid high value for doing it, but it is only a short trip.
Let's go.
Let's go. So if we actually hop in. Excuse me. Now I do apologise for my voice and any sounds today. Woke up this morning with terrible head cold and sore throat, full of the lurg. Absolutely glorious, as always. But we need to make progress on some of our series. We've had a really quiet few weeks. You know, personal health and different things going on with family and stuff, so that's sort of expected, and it will continue. I am still really struggling. We went to see my daughter and grandson because they're finally home now. Went to see them at their home yesterday, and just the short trip in the car, I could have cried. The discomfort I was in was awful, and that's just sitting in a car for half an hour, 20 minutes. So how long I can do these prolonged sessions, I don't know. I've managed to get a little bit of Gold Mining Simulator recorded, so I can try and progress with that. I do appreciate those that have been checking the content out. I know it's something a bit different that's not going to be for everyone. But yeah, it seems to have been quite well received, so I do appreciate that. It just seems like a really long game to progress in a sense of getting through the tutorial. I know I've said it many times now, but it just feels like that tutorial takes forever. There is an option to skip the rest of the tutorial, but I think there's going to be stuff there that I might need to learn as I'm fumbling through it. But I think I've reached a point now and shown enough of the little breakdowns that I'm having, personally and in-game. But yeah, shown enough of the breakdowns, I can just carry on now, fix whatever breaks, let people know when the next episode comes along, let them know what I've repaired, what I've had to fix and do, but hopefully be at a point where I've got enough money to progress. Because I've said that for 2 episodes now, and it's just not happened. Right, so freight market. Can we change that at all? Is this the one we're on? Oh, let's just have a look to see if there's any that are a little bit shorter sometimes. Because sometimes I feel like they're unnecessarily long. That's not shorter, is it? It's longer. Is that shorter? Oh, they're the long ones. Yeah, we'll stick with what we got, I think. take the job. Right, so where are we? Oh, I see it. We're over there. I don't think I can drive through there, can I? Oh. Well, I might have got round the back. It's alright. Reverse down. You guys enjoy the beeping when we're in reverse, so yeah. You'll love it. There we go. Ready to go indeed. So shall we have a little wee look at that outside? So that's what we're going to be pulling. Ooh, cameras aren't that great, are they? Do you like it when we get something different? We don't do out of cab very much. You don't really get to see it, but it's good to see what we are pulling. Right, that's the last little mess about we have, because this is an urgent jobby. 3 hours and 33 minutes, and we're 2 hours and 10 minutes away. So we've got an hour to play with. We're good. It's loads of time. Prior to starting, when we had our little rest, I did also repair some damages we took. Those that are in the VTC will be able to check back on job logs, I think, and you can see there was an accident or two because I was trying to push on. But I've got to try and push on. So if we can get 4 new trucks, 4 new drivers, like almost every episode, that would be pretty crazy. We'll soon fill out our garages, we'll soon fill out all our trucks. Stuff that'll be mad. And again, the more we have, the more we earn. So if I do another 3 or 4 jobs in between, then those new drivers will also be earning money. So it'll be maybe closer to 3 million next time, and then we'll be able to buy 5 drivers, or buy 5 trucks and hire 5 drivers. And then it'll be closer to 3.5 the following time, and it's the growth is crazy now. It's just all depending on whether I remember to sleep to make sure that everyone's pushing their jobs in between mine. But it was nice in the week to just have a little bit of time. I think I did a journey, then had like a 20-minute break, went and did the journey, had a little break, did another journey. Then I came back the following day and did one more. That was the 4, yeah. I would like to have squeezed another one in, but it just hasn't been the time. But we did get to have a little look at, and I have released them, as many of you hopefully will have seen. A few sheds that we got to have early access to from Lancey Boy. Had a nice sheep and goat shed and a nice cow barn. And like I said a few episodes ago, I did want to just be putting out early access videos and nothing else, because I know that they don't take a long time to do, so they're nice that I can do them, but I just don't like how that feels about the way the channel goes. But it's good to get some farm sim content out that people are going to stay interested and engaged with the channel with, because again, that is the main bread and butter of the channel. So it was nice to that. It was nice to Lancey Boy to allow us access to that as well. Hopefully they will be on the mod hub soon. We do like that. There is a garage container that I need to have another look around. It's been sent back and forth, or he sent me multiple updates of that, so I need to have a look at the latest one. Check what's changed, check what's fixed, and then hopefully I'll get another little video of that out. Today of recording this, I'm recording this on a Saturday, just before I started Fields of Tyrone by FS Landscaping, the early access map tour of that. We put that out. That map is looking really good. I like that after I told him how much I liked it, he then sent me a message back saying it was never meant for public release. No one was ever meant to see it. It was just for him. And yeah, that's why there's a lot of his old buildings in there, and maybe not the best looking ones and stuff like that. But I just think the map itself, the fields, the layout, the undulations, the hills, and it just looks really nice. It looks a really nice map to play in. I'm hoping I'm going to get a little bit of time to do that. I would like to get back to doing a bit of live stream, and we were live streaming FS Landscaping's Lady Hill. Whether we convert maybe all of our machinery, money and animals over and start playing on Fields of Tyrone, that'd be nice. It's just, for a stream you need to be going for 2 or 3 hours at least, I think. And like I say, I struggle with that at the minute still. What are we waiting for here? Because everyone else is going by. I think we'll go around, see what we can see. I think we've had a merging turn. Oh, that's typical, isn't it? Yeah. That's typical. Make me look like the a-hole. It is merging turn though, and we're all sitting single file. That's not how merging turn works. So yeah, I don't know why they were sitting there. But yeah, Fields of Tyrone looks really good. Looks like a fun one. I mean, me and myself, FS Landscaping and myself, FS Landscaping and I, we enjoy a similar sort of play style, especially sort of for myself when I do private saves, just doing for me, stuff that I don't record. Very much similar sort of play style to FS Landscaping in the smaller farms, the tight farms, multiple fields, just very British feeling stuff. I like to use the smaller old equipment and what have you, so I'm not always sure whether the heavy dairy grass work, although I do a lot of dairy grass work in all my series normally, I'm not always sure if that always conveys, because if you just do that as a repetitive thing, I'm not always sure if that conveys as a good thing episodically, if you're just trying to cut more grass to make more silage, to make more TMR, to breed more cows, and that's sort of all you're doing. So that's why I don't really put that content out. That is always my background save if I have time to play one. And I'm currently on Saxtingham, and I've not had a great deal of time to do that on there. But that is a beautiful map. I have got back to watching a bit of MrFarquar on his Saxtingham save. He's having fun on there, he loves it. So I've been enjoying that. More through him, enjoying the map more through him and his content than being able to get on and spend time myself. But that's how it is sometimes. Friend of the channel KCG was asking me about Ark Raiders and other games. We had a little chat on Facebook, and I was saying to him, like, at the minute I just don't have the, because I love a extraction. I like an extraction shooter. I really like a good looter shooter, something like that. I'm not always very good at them because they take time. You have to get good. You have to learn maps and routes and stuff like that. So yeah, so I don't tend to play them as much as I used to. Whereas that they used to be my go-to game for a while. So yeah, so he was asking me my opinion on that because he knows that I like them. We got talking, and we met actually on a live stream over on Twitch, and he joined me on the Division. He was playing the Division, he was running around, and yeah, we sort of teamed up for a bit live on stream, and we've sort of kept in touch on YouTube and on Facebook since. So yeah, I like the chat, listen to his opinions, and I like to try and support him where I can, because he does make a bit of content. But anyway, yeah, he was asking me about Ark Raiders, and that is sort of going in a similar vein with some of the maps that I can't play because I don't have time to get on, enjoy them and have a really good look at them. In that I'm now starting to watch more YouTube content to experience some of the games I'm not getting time to do. Many of you will know I have tried to launch a variety gaming channel twice now, and every time, and I only do it when I think I've got the time to do it. Like I felt like, oh yeah, I'm at a place I can do this now. We're going to have some time. We're going to get it going. Boom, and then within like 6 months, that time just evaporates from my life. I don't know where it disappears to, but it doesn't exist anymore. I can't do it. So yeah, I find that I watch more of those games now than I play, because there's just not the time to. And yeah, Helldivers 2 was one where I watched people play that rather than get the time to play it myself. And I think Arc Raiders is going to be one as well. Started watching a bit of Code Carnage, although there were bits of it where I just feel like, because he is such a popular streamer, especially over on Twitch, such a popular streamer, such a big character, and they've added in that you can see who you are. Where is the parking spot? Oh, it's over there. Oh, I'm not really facing the right way now. You can see in their name pops up in game, whereas like during the beta tests, they didn't have like the player's name pop up when they were talking. But now it's up all the time, so you can see who's in the map with you and who's about, and I just feel like that's just sort of turns him into a bit of a target, along with other streamers, obviously not just him, because it's a scalp to get, isn't it? And also I think that can ruin it sometimes, because people watch streams and then try and get on and ruin it and hunt them down with that ability to see them. So yeah, but I did watch a bit of that, and also unfortunately I feel like Outer Worlds 2 is going to be that way as well, because I really enjoyed, never finished it because I kept making bad mistakes in Outer Worlds and I couldn't progress. I'd either spent all my money and I couldn't buy it, and I didn't have the skills to do the chat bit, or I just kept messing up and I couldn't get things I needed to progress, or I just wasn't level high enough to do it. So I didn't get to finish it, so I'd love to go back and do that. That was something I wanted to do on a variety channel as well. Anyway, 2 hours and 41, so we did that with plenty of time. Just under 100 miles. Progressing on nicely. Shall we see if there's any short jobs around coming out of here? Because that was a quick one. Up to Derry. See, that pays better, and that's not really pulling anything. I think let's take the canned iced coffee up to Derry. Let's do that.
Time to hit the road.
Indeed, let's hit the road. Is that here? I think it is. I think I just need to grab that trailer there. I'll try and remember to edit that, or one of these trailers here. I'll try and remember to edit that cough out. So if I trigger that, that is the one I want. We'll leave it as is. Take job.
Okay, here we go.
Which trailers are going to give me? I'd love it if that was the one that was directly behind me, but it's not. See if we can see over there. Is there another one? Gonna have to come out. I was gonna try and find it without coming out, but use that one. There we go. I see it now. Yeah, I can see the lines. Hard to see with the light as it was. But yeah, I think Outer Worlds 2, I'm gonna try and watch some other people play that. I mean, I could eventually maybe get around time to playing it, I want to get round to getting time to do more of my variety stuff. I want to finish the games that I'd started on there. I had one that was out being released, and while I was playing Atlas Rain of Sands, I had, because I felt like I was about halfway through the game, I'd already started recording, I think, 3 episodes for the next game I was going to put out after it. So, but I've just kept moving them along on the schedule for that channel. But one day I'll get there. Because I don't want to go back to trying to shoehorn action games, the adventure games, and first-person shooters and anything like that. I don't want to go back to trying to shoehorn them on here.
Turn left.
Because they don't get watched, and I just feel like they hurt the channel. If people who watch me here want to watch me play other stuff, then I want to have that channel up and available for people's, and just keep this to sim games. Because I have quite a few of them that I want to play, which is why I want to do the more sim variety stuff, a little bit more of everything. Just gonna have to have some coffee because we're running a bit longer than I thought we were going to, so I need a drink. But again, this gives our drivers a bit more time to earn a bit more money for us. We do have enough to buy another truck, so we might get this delivery done, buy one more truck, hire one more driver, and then I'll go off and try and do 3 or 4 more jobs myself. And yeah, ready for next week's episode with a bit more money.
Go straight on and then turn left.
Because I'm not going to record 2 of these, because I often do these in pairs. I'm not going to record a second one today, I don't think.
Go straight on.
Because I want to try and make the time to either do, again, some ship graveyard or some farm sim later on this afternoon. I'll have a break for lunch, have a stretch, have a move about. Make sure the kids are being good for their mum. Dish out discipline where required. And then hide away back in my room. And just to, you know, double down on all the things I try and make time for, I've also attempted, and there's not a charity thing for it, it's not like a real thing, but I found a page that were promoting reading for every day through November. 30 days in November reading challenge, and yeah, I'm going to try and do that. So I want to find some time to get a little bit of reading in each day, even if it's only like 50 pages a day. Obviously, because I like reading, and it's just good. More rather than being like, oh, I've got to sponsor me to read and stuff like that. Like, people don't need to do that. I like reading, but it's for your own mental health type thing. Like, it's good for you. It's relaxing, relieves stress. It's just good for your brain. So I do read most days at the minute, but sometimes I have a little break. Like, I'll finish a book and I'll give it 2 or 3 days before I start the next one, or something like that. So yeah, we've got to do 30 days. I'm gonna try, because I don't use it very often, I'll try and use my Kindle app for it, because I have got hundreds and hundreds of short stories on there. So they're like 150 pages or less. So I might try and do it so I read maybe not 1 a day, but if I can get through a lot of them, so then it's like quite varied in what I'm reading. There'll be thrillers, there'll be horrors, there'll be crime, a bit of action, just a bit of everything. Probably even be a romance story in there, which I don't really read at all. But just to mix it up. So if I'm reading every day, I want, you know, as much as I love reading my James Patterson, and I've just recently started reading Peter James, and the TV's Grace series, but his Dead series. That's good. The books are much better than the TV series, I will say that. I finished reading the first book, and then I watched the first episode for the TV series of Grace on ITVX. And I love John Sim. I think he's great. That is such a washed down version of the book that it. if you hadn't read the book, I'd probably enjoyed the series a bit more. But it just felt a little bit bastardised, to be fair. Like they had chopped that up and turned that into something else. But I am going to try and do it. So each time I read one of the books, I'm then going to watch the TV episode of it because they run in order. And just now I want to see how different they make them. So, but yeah, they're quite heavy, those ones. So I think if I'm going to try and do a bit every day, short stories, I'll mix in some of my other stuff as well, but short stories and do some things. Because before I come across this sort of challenge, I think it's called, I think they're called the Org Challenge. They have a website. They do different challenges, and they are free. They're not like to get, like I said, they're not to get sponsored by. They're not to try and make money off. They're just to challenge you to improve, like, your mental health, your emotional health, probably your physical health on some stuff as well. So yeah, it's just habitual stuff. So I just want to try and enjoy that. It might help me with my memory since I forget what I'm saying halfway through most conversations. Although like I say, I read a lot anyway, so it probably won't. But I did originally have, this is what I was saying, so it takes a while to come back to me. I did originally have like 5 or 6 books set out that I was going to read for this month. I try and do that because I have a lot. Even though I try and pick out what I want to read this for this month. In between, when I finish a book, I still come up and I stand and I stare at my bookshelves and my bookcases and just stare and think about what I want to read next. So I try and have them set out. Normally in a theme as well. Like a few months ago, I did my wife theme, so all the stories,
Go straight on.
and all the titles had wife in them, or some form of wives, that sort of thing. Whereas this month originally I set it up so the titles all interlinked. This is sort of stuff I do in my brain. I've got way too much time on my hand. So if I have a look, the first one was called Deadfall, and then the next one I think is called Caught Dead, and then it's Dead Girl, then Lost Girl, and then so we've gone from Dead to Lost, and then and then there's 2 more titles that then follow, link with Girl, although they went to Dead Girls, something else Girls, or Girl, and then something Lost, and then the last book was going to be just called Lost, which is a James Patterson novel, and the others were sort of
Exit now.
varied authors, many of which I've never read before. So yeah, that's the sort of thing I do with my time. If you ever wondered like how weird my brain is, that's what I do. That's what I do. I either try and read a series in order, or I try and curate a collection to read that might make sense. And they're not the same sort of stories, because the first one I think is like a bit of a political thriller, and then we have like one of them in there is a mother that lost a child at birth and then finds out that maybe the child wasn't lost. Well, she didn't lose the child at birth, but it was taken from her, and then years later she finds out, and I don't know, I haven't read it, but that's sort of seems the premise of it. And yeah, so there's normal crime thrillers that I like to read, or action thriller in there that I like to read, so there's this variant as well. Because if I don't, I'm quite happy to just keep picking up Patterson after Patterson after Patterson, but I don't know if it can feel like you're reading the same thing, even if you're not reading a series. So I am trying to add a bit more variety to it. Also picked up a few more Stephen Leathers this week. He writes a lot of action thrillers. I do quite like him. I've read, I think, 3 or 4 of his books so far this year. But again, there's an order to his, because he has a particular, or a few particular main characters that he write about. So they have a few series. I always want to try and read them in order, but it's not always easy to find the books in order unless you're like ordering off Amazon and stuff like that. But I do try and
Keep left. And then
get
turn
books second
left.
hand where I can, just because I like doing it. It's fun to go hunt for them, either through like online, like Vinted and stuff like that. But I have found in town a really nice second-hand bookshop. I didn't know it was there. The other day when I'd been to the doctor's, Mike said about it. But yeah, been to the doctor's, had a little walk about town, and yeah, just found this really nice old second-hand bookshop. Chap in there seems really nice, so yeah, I like to support that. There's a particular store that I buy from on Vinted, and that's an elderly couple, and they have a second-hand bookstore in Nottingham, and I tend to buy quite a few books from them via Vinted. It's a tough choice between supporting small businesses and local businesses, or supporting maybe the publisher and the author by buying it direct. Well, it's not direct, but buying it from someone like Amazon and buying new. But I think they have plenty of support, plenty of money. So let's help the little business, or even a charity shop. I'll quite happily pop into a charity shop and look at the books. Not much else, but go look at the books. See what you can find.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Oh, smooth over.
Turn right.
I did find some the other week when I was out and about. I think it was... might have been... where was it? Might have been British Heart Foundation? Something like that. Some books that were by the chap that wrote Band of Brothers. But these were stories, but using... I think Band of Brothers is based on real stuff as well, isn't it? But these are novels based on a lot of retelling of accounts from World War II. So I want to try and read them as well. It'd be interesting. Not that I'm like a big war nut or anything, but I just think stuff like that's always interesting.
Go straight on.
Ah, have a little wait. Have a little wait, another little sip of coffee. Keep us going. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon as well, so we are doing good. Trying to get it so we don't do no nighttime jobbies. So we are 4 hours and 26 minutes away, and we have 4 hours and 41 minutes on the job. We need to keep moving. Not sitting at lights. And we're already, let you see the money jump up 450,000, so we can definitely buy another truck and get a new driver once we finish this run. Lovely, lovely. But yeah, this afternoon I'm going to try and get on, try and claim my voice and get worse. But yeah, this afternoon I'm going to try and get on and do another ship graveyard breakdown. Should be our second warship. I think it's a 2 hammer difficulty, a level 2 difficulty. So it'll take me a few hours, but I don't think it'll take me like the full day or the full afternoon. So we'll be able to get some of that done. And that's one, like, even with the breakdowns, if they take a long time, with that I find that easier to pause and come back to, or save and come back to, and do a little bit, take a 20-minute break, come back, because the episodes are so broken down in the way that I edit it that we jump, because they take a long time and there's a lot to do. So that's why that sort of content gets done over maybe some of the other content. Plus I want to try and push on and get that series done. I think there would have been one out. I'm trying to think of my schedule now. Recording this Saturday, Sunday, I think Tuesday we've got the first warship releasing. Channel members would have had that for a while now. But yeah, that's releasing, so we may already have had the other, by the time this comes out we may already had the ship breakdown episode that I'm thinking about recording this afternoon. The scheduling is weird. We don't play and record in the order that we release. trying to think. What up? Yeah, might even move it to the Monday since it's ready to go. Might move that to Monday. Try and put gold mine and maybe Tuesday or Thursday. And then if I can get some farming done,
Get ready.
have that Wednesday and Friday if I can. So that'd be like a full week of content. But then it's like then there's nothing for the following week.
Turn left.
Worries me not having anything for the following weeks because once upon a time my schedule was like always a month in advance. I used to have over 50 videos scheduled continuously. Like I never had to worry.
Turn right.
Nowadays,
Turn right.
can't get a video on there for love nor money. Come on, mate, don't mess this up for us. Glad he's not going my way. He's messing things up for everyone, I think. Getting in the way. Just noticed I had a message. Just quickly check that while we're sitting there as well. Mrs. has took the boys to the shops. They're baking today. Gonna bake some cake. I love it when the missus gets a bake on. Carrot cake today. We've got some bananas waiting to turn, so we can have some banana bread later on. Love it.
Get ready to turn right.
Counts as fruit as well, doesn't it? For fruit and veg, carrot cake and banana cake.
Turn right.
If you eat a whole one, is that like not at least 2 of your 5 a day? Oh, these lights are not being friendly to us, considering we're on a rush jobby. 3.8, 3:41. We've got a little bit of time to spare. Not a lot. So yeah, this will be a much longer episode than I had planned. But 2 jobs, double the progress. 5 trucks, depending on what comes in the time in the next sort of 3 hours in game. Sorry if you hear any noise. That'll be them returning from the shop. Yeah, so it all helps, doesn't it? In this series, the more I drive, the more money we make, the quicker it gets done. We still have quite a lot of garages to purchase, though. To be fair. As I'm trying to fill out the ones I bought. So we've bought a lot, but there are a lot more to purchase. And what are they, like 150, 160 grand to buy at the large stage? It's a lot of pennies. But on the plus side, I think once I am done with conquering Britain and own all the garages and have them all kitted out with trucks, I'm just going to be set for life on this profile. This is so much money. Better do what I want. Buy all the trucks. Maybe be able to do some truck showcases or something and have a little do of something with every truck. I haven't spoken about him in a while, but the chap that got me into this game, got me into ATS, 8-bit driver guy, that was sort of what he always did. Like, his videos are a completely different style to me. So much better. But every video was, or every other video was like a new truck with a new skin on it. Sometimes mod skins, sometimes DLC skins, sometimes mod trucks, sometimes base game trucks and stuff. So yeah, so he always had something different showing. But I did say I would like to do it, start doing it for this series, but I never did. And that was the whole commands to get the outer cab camera and roam around and do the panning and stuff like some people do. I think I just have to face it. I'm just not a fancy creative creator. I am basic. We're going to get in. We're going to drive. We're going to do a delivery. I can't even drive like this, let alone worry about doing panoramic stuff. I can't even get back in cab. I did try for a little bit on one of my off-screen jobs. I'm doing some out of cab, and it didn't bode well. I think that was when I got my biggest accident. So we're like, no, we don't do that again. Not for a while. Well, at least this chap's keeping me honest speeds-wise. Got a little train of traffic behind us, but we're in a 40. We're down, well, we're not down 38, but we are doing the 40. Cars are starting to build up behind. Got a gas station coming up, but we're fine for fuel. We shan't worry about that. Not on a rush job, because that'll be the one where I press the wrong button. I disconnect my trailer and things go Pete on. You should be good to just keep going straight on. Oh, good man. Now that said 50 and it's still telling me I can only do 40. Although we are coming into a little town by the looks of it. Omar? Omar.
Turn right.
Oh. It was a long yellow, but I don't think we would have safely gotten through. Try not to get the fines. Let's just check the time. 2:19, 1:19. So somehow we've made an hour, giving ourselves an hour buffer on this job. Oh, another SCS announcement is coming as well. By the time this come out, it'll be like 2.5 weeks ago. But as well as obviously promods working on improving and adding to promods Great Britain. SCS working on adding more to England and the UK, but also they've got an Emerald Isle type expansion to add Ireland to base game as well, or to SCS game. Absolutely brilliant. We haven't even had the Nordic expansion out yet, and they're announced so much by way of improvements and expansions, so far ahead. Yeah, we've got what, British Columbia coming soon for ATS, and I think, did we not just get a trailer as well for like, I want to say Missouri, I'm not sure if we already have Missouri, but another US state, as well as adding in parts of Canada. SCS are cooking, as they say. We as virtual truckers are being well fed by SCS. Going to get speeding ticket in a minute. They're just on it, and they're adding in obviously the coaches expansion, and they're adding in the free wind drive and whatever it's called to ATS. They're just giving us so much. Not given, obviously we have to pay for it, but with updates that we don't. But again, expansions and DLCs, I think what you get, because it adds more road, it adds more deliveries, they always add a little bit of something else extra with it as well. It's good value for money on expanding this already great games. Just makes me want to play it more, which is with the whole point of it, is we'll give you more game, you give us more time. I just wish there was just more time to do more of this for me and for like content wise. But in not being able to have the time and the the physical comfort enough to sit up here and play at my PC, record content, and do stuff. This week, I think, was the first time in quite some time, and maybe last week as well, was the first time in quite some time I've actually put my console on and played a little bit of something downstairs, lounging out on the sofa and on the floor and rolling around, trying to get comfortable in awkward positions. Been back on, because again, because it is short-lived time that I can sit comfortably and do it. Been playing a fair old bit of Rotato again. Been playing a lot of Vampire Survivor. I love those games. There, I did see that there was a free one that's similar to that. I think it's called Spartan Survivor. It's on Steam. I did grab it. So it is Spartans from Halo in that single stick shooter, survive as long as you can in the environment until you level up and earn your upgrades and whatever credit the game gives you. I haven't played it yet, but it's I will, no doubt, just because I really enjoy them. I like those little rogue single stick shooters. They're not complex, but they are super addictive for me. I even had a little look at the... I wanted to call it the Harry Potter game. It's not a Harry Potter game. I don't think Harry Potter's in it. But finally had a little look at Hogwarts. Now, I brought that. When that first came out, I brought that for my missus on her PC. And I honestly don't think she played more than about 20 minutes of it. Because she only ever played The Sims. And I don't think she's turned her PC on for a year. Says me complaining about my time not to game. This has touched her PC for a year, other than to print out forms. But that's life. To the point that she hasn't accepted, as well, she hasn't accepted my invite to the Steam family, so I can play her games, because I wanted to play the Hogwarts to see if it was any good. I'm not really a Harry Potter fan or anything like that, but I like an action adventure game. And a little bit of wizardry's fine. But now it's on Game Pass, so I played a little bit on my Xbox. Again, I think that's another game that I'd like to play and put on my variety channel. But we are worlds away from time for that. But it looks good. It looks alright. I know it got slammed because of the whole J.K. Rowling thing, and I try not to get involved in any of that, but the game itself looked fun. The mechanics looked good. I enjoyed what little I played for an hour and a half the other day. So, actually, I think I played a bit more than I played. It went really quick. This was something that was strange about the day. The day that I played that, and I played a few other games on my Xbox, that day went scarily quick. Am I going in here? I think I am. I'm going in here and then parking down there, I believe. Yeah, right. Oh, I think we've been here before. I think this is one of the first places we came to when we came to Ireland. Because I remember going in there and getting stuck and coming in here and doing things. I think we came out of that other one, that other depot behind us, with a big trailer, if I remember rightly. With my little man truck. As in brand, not, you know, I'm a little man. Are we in there? Is that not straight yet? Is that really not in there? That really isn't in there. Okay. It is now, but I'm not happy with that position. There we are. We'll sit in there much nicer now. I didn't realise we were at such an angle as we came in. Alright, let's drop this off. Forgotten how much this was. Not a lot, was it? 12 or 11 grand. We'll take it since it's ours. And we will quickly buy another truck. Got 500,000. I remember, it took forever to get us our first 500,000. Probably about a year. A year of playing this. So which was probably only about 50 deliveries, but we'll buy that. And you can go. Cambridge is full. I'll stick you in Chelmsford. Okay. And then we want to get ourselves a driver. And there's still no one new, so we shall hire you, my dear. You can go to Chelmsford. So, we've got garages, I guess, to buy all them, maybe. Let's just have a look. If we go to Garage Manager, Map View. No? Where do we... Oh, Garage Purchases. There we go. There's still a few. There are still a few. How much is it to buy a large? 232,000. Okay. A little bit more than I thought. But we're good. We've still got more trucks to fit in all of them. Lovely job. But that is going to be it for this episode. Double deliveries, massive company expansion, 5 new trucks, 5 new drivers. Loving it. We're going to be making loads of money. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you have, give a big fat thumbs up down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification on, find out when new videos are going live. As always, comments and feedback down there. Massive thank you to the channel members. You guys are awesome. If you want to join, you can. Channel membership starts from 99 pence. Channel members get early access to all the content we put out on the channel. I appreciate if you've sat through this. This is probably nearly an hour long, this one. I can feel it in my back. You guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.